Hey AP students, happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing swell. Today we're going to do something a little different here. We're going to do a little sight translation, take a short break from Caesar, and do some Virgil sight translation. So I've uploaded a little document with a passage from Virgil from Book 2, kind of a little bit of an inspirational speech Aeneas gives to some guys before they go off and do some fighting. So go ahead and translate this. Don't take super long on it. Again, sight translation. You want to get the main idea, get the big picture. Don't get super hung up on things you're not sure of. Do your best with what you know, and then kind of work from there. And don't spend don't spend any more than 30 minutes. Max 30 minutes. If you can do it in less and do your best in less than that, then that's great, but max 30 minutes, okay? And then when you are done with that, go ahead and can check out this video here and see how you did, and upload your, you can just upload your, what you wrote down and everything to here. Okay, so this is from book 2, and again for AP John, obviously I have no idea what they're gonna put from Virgil. The Aeneid is definitely his most famous work, and the largest work, but he also does have two other books, the Eclogues, those collection of pastoral poems, and then the Georgics. So they said it would be something from Virgil. So could be the Aeneid, but it also could be one of those. And both those works too are in dactylic hexameter, although their themes are, what they're about is very different from the Aeneid. Okay. So this little passage here, quos ubi confertos. So the quos is going to be that kind of connective relative, again, that we've seen so often. So what you can do is you'd say something like and, when, and then quos can be kind of like eos. All right. So and when, and then your verb weedy, and when I saw that those men crowded together, were daring, or were bold, something like that, for the battle. Okay, probably a poetic plural. So when I saw those men packed together, confertos, were bold or were daring for the battle, I begin, in addition, with these understood words, okay? And this is kind of his little speech. Euenes, young men, most brave hearts in vain, or in vain, most brave hearts, okay? If, and then you kind of have to understand an est on this next bit here. If, and then vobis will be a dative of possession. So literally, if there is to you, but you can also just say if you have. Okay, so if you have a sure desire to follow, there's the sequi. So if you have a sure desire to follow me, kind of understood, audentem, daring, extrema, daring extreme things, or daring the most extreme thing. You can actually translate it as daring death as well. Okay, So if you have a sure desire to follow me, daring extreme things, daring death, and then your verb, you see what fortune is for our things, for our affairs. Okay. You can also translate that, again, rebus will be kind of this dative of possession once again. So you could say, you see what fortune our affairs have. Okay, so in other words, you can see how things stand for us. You see that our city is burning, and there is basically no hope for Troy anymore. Sorry, I should have given you some context. This is this is in the midst of the fall of Troy, from not quite the middle of book 2, but in book 2, good ways in. All right. And the next one here, ex caesura, that's that syncopated perfect form that we've seen quite a bit. All the gods have left. Okay, have gone out. And then this is an ablative absolute with the shrines and altars abandoned. And then the quibus is telling you a little more about the gods to whom this power, this authority had stood. All right, so the gods that were watching over this city have abandoned us. All right, you you run to help, or you hasten to help a city having been burned. Okay, a city in flames. All right, and urbi there is a nice. It's that dative with a compound verb. Okay, and then let us die, and let us rush into the midst of arms. Okay, and this is these are volative subjunctives. Okay, so kind of giving a volative or adjussive, kind of giving a command or a wish. Okay, I guess the adjussive more gives that command, polite command. So depending on how you want to read it, let us die and let us rush. Okay, and this is also this is a really fun rhetorical device. If you think logically about the order of things, let us die and let us rush. It's kind of anachronistic because you can't really rush after you're dead. So this is what's called hysteron proteron. All right, fancy rhetorical term there, and that's kind of where you invert the order of things. You may remember we did have at least one of these in book 1, where Juno goes to Aeolus and tells him to like batter or harass the sunken ships or something along those lines. But he's basically to do something to the sunken ships, which doesn't make logically the order. It doesn't work. You have to do something and then they sink. So it's that's what that rhetorical term is. All right, and then this very last line here, again, you have to kind of understand an est. And then victis here you can take again as a dative of possession, so there's several of those in this little short passage. The conquered have one safety or one hope, to hope for no safety. Okay. You can also say, if you want to do a little bit a little bit more literal, you could say one safety for the conquered is to hope for no safety, or to expect no safety. All right. So there is, Aeneas is basically saying, we have no nothing holding us back. All right, we have no expectations, no hopes here. We're just gonna fight our guts out and go for it. So fun little inspirational passage for you on Friday. For Monday, we're just gonna keep soldiering on here with Caesar. We're almost done with Caesar, and then we can get on to book 6 of Virgil. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to finish it just with the time constraints this year, but hopefully we'll be able to get at least most of the way through book 6 of Virgil. But we are almost done with Caesar. So if for Monday, if you can do 5 4 3, that would be fantastic. Okay, and Kristen, I know you guys have that thesis presentation. So if you're able to do it and you want to, that's great. But obviously, I'm not gonna count anything against you if you don't have time or whatever. That's totally fine. I get it, because your thesis thesis comes first right now. So I love you all, and hope you guys are doing okay. Talk to you later.